Hey toy fans, I'm D21Beast and welcome back to my figure review series here on my YouTube channel. And today we're taking another look at some Minimates. We've got Minimates from X-Men Days of Future Past, released by Art Asylum Diamond Select in 2014. Now, while I think Captain America the Winter Soldier was probably the best comic book film that came out last year, my favorite comic book film that came out last year was definitely X-Men Days of Future Past. I was really excited to get these Minimates. I actually haven't had a Mystique in my collection yet, and I'm looking forward to checking out that young Magneto. So let's go ahead and get things started, guys, by taking a look at that packaging. As you come down the front of the box, you do have the Marvel logo and the X-Men Days of Future Past logo. You've got a window box packaging that does house Magneto and Mystique inside, as well as their accessories. And then towards the bottom, you do have an image of young Magneto and Mystique, as well as the name of the Minimates toy line there towards the center. Flipping this package around, as you come down the back of the box, you have the logo for Art Asylum and Diamond Select, as well as the Marvel and Minimates logo. You've got a complete lineup of all the figures that were available in this set. And then at the lower left, you do have a bio for young Magneto. Go ahead and pause now to read that. And towards the right, you have a bio for Mystique. Go ahead and pause now to read that. Alright guys, well that's the packaging. Let's see if we get these Minimate figures out of the box and see what they're all about. Alright toy fans, here we have Magneto and Mystique out of the box, and these little minifigures look absolutely great. I'm a big fan of the detail that they've done on both of these figures as far as the paintwork is concerned. As we take a look at Mystique, what you're going to see is that they've actually put all the scales on this figure around the head, on the chest, on the waist, on the legs, even on the arms, and on the back of the figure. They really went all out to give Mystique all the scales that she normally has visible in the movie. And as we take a look at Magneto, you're going to see that he does have all of that detail on his chest, just like the armor he was wearing in the movie. And they've even done the costume detail here on the legs. Now, one thing I also like about the Magneto is as you look at the back, they've given him the uneven cape, just like he had in that movie. You'll notice that if you watch the movie, old Magneto and young Magneto both had uneven capes, which was new to that film. They didn't typically wear those in the previous movies. And I also like the hair sculpt on this Mystique figure. Got some nice line work there in the hair. And the Magneto helmet. As you take a look at the piece here, you can see that it does have all of the correct sculpted detail around the opening of the face. But then we also have some little nicks and battle marks in the helmet, which I think looks really great as well. Young Magneto and Mystique came with all the accessories that you see here. We of course have a standard pair of Minimate display stands, but then we have this flight stand for Magneto. Now strangely, this flight stand is very discolored, and it came out of the box that way, so I'm guessing that's some sort of factory defect. A little unfortunate. Normally this flight stand is supposed to look like this. This is the one that I got with my Silver Surfer Minimate. You can see it's much more clear and not as noticeable as this one that's just stained yellow. But the way that works is, you'll pull Magneto off of his display stand, and then find the hole in the bottom of his foot, and you'll just peg him on, and then you can have Magneto levitating in the air and using his Master of Magnetism powers to get some pretty nice dynamic poses for this little minifigure. The other thing that Magneto comes with is an alternate hair you can pull off his helmet to actually give him his helmetless look. It's a little stiff coming off. You can stick the hair on here. Now, I don't know that this hair sculpt really looks like the way Michael Fassbender's hair looked in the movie. And then with the face sculpt there, it looks kind of sort of like Michael Fassbender. So I guess when you put them together, it does kind of complete the look. But overall, I'm not as big of a fan of the hair as I am of the helmet. I think the helmet actually looks a lot cooler. Alright guys, so if you're new to Minimates, they actually have a pretty decent amount of articulation. For the purpose of this review, we're going to take a look at Mystique because she doesn't have a cape that's hindering any of her movement. We're going to pull her off of her stand, and you can see that she can look up. Just a little bit. Hair sculpt kind of gets in the way there. She looks down nicely. She does rotate all the way around on the head. Her arm rotates all the way around on a ball joint. She's also got a single jointed elbow that'll bend down that far and back that far. She's got rotation at the wrist, and she's got that same articulation on the other side. There is a waist swivel for this character, and then she's got a ball jointed hip, so her leg can move forward that far and move back that far. And she's got a single jointed knee, so her leg can bend back that far and forward that far. And then she's got little feet here that'll rotate all the way around, and that completes the articulation for these guys. So despite their size, you can actually get a lot of really great poses with them. Height-wise, you can see that these Minimate figures come in just a bit over 2¼ inches tall. For some size comparison, here we have young Magneto compared to his comic book counterpart. Here they are compared to the Mega Bloks Spider-Man figure, and compared to Creo Transformers Cheetor, and compared to the Lego minifigure toy line. Here they are compared to one of the original Minimate toy lines by Art Asylum. We have Kirk from Star Trek. And finally, here they are compared to the Minimate Wolverine from the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 line. Alright toy fans, well that's my review of the X-Men Days of Future Past Young Magneto and Mystique Minimates figures released by Art Asylum and Diamond Select in 2014. Overall, these are really great Minimate figures, and they have the bonus of being really the only sort of tie-in toy line for X-Men Days of Future Past, since we didn't get any Marvel Legends or Diamond Select figures. So really, for that reason alone, if you're a fan of X-Men and you enjoyed that movie, you definitely want to pick these guys up. Well, thanks for watching this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you saw here, please feel free to rate, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.